day to each and everyone. Today we'll be talking about how to format the Mac OS system. But before we proceed to the demo part, we'll be discussing first the history, features, pros and cons of the Mac OS. Okay, so now let's move on to the history. So in 1984, Apple introduced the classic Mac OS together with the first Macintosh computer. It was one of the first operating systems to use a graphical interface with windows, icons, and the mouse, which made computer easier for people to use. And during the 1990s, classic Mac OS continued to improve, but it had several problems. It did not support strong multitasking and memory protection, which made the system less stable. And in 2001, Apple released Mac OS X. This version was based on Unix technology from NEXT, a company founded by Steve Jobs. It was more stable, more secure, and introduced the Aqua design. From 2011 to 2016, the system was called OS X, and then Apple began releasing updates every year and improved its connection with other Apple devices like the iPhone and iPad. In 2016, the name changed the Mac OS to match the Apple's other operating system, such as the iOS and the Watch OS. In 2020, Apple introduced Apple Silicon chips. Mac OS was updated to work with these chips, resulting in faster performance and better battery life. Today, Mac OS continues to improve, focusing on security, speed, and smooth integration with other Apple devices. So, to sum it all, Mac OS, formerly known as OS X, and originally Mac OS X, is a proprietary operating system developed by the Apple. It has been officially marketed since 2001 and is designed exclusively for Apple Mac computers. Mac OS is Unix-based, meaning it is built on technologies from OpenStep, Mac, and FreeBSD. This foundation gives Mac OS strong features such as stability, security, and efficient multitasking, which are important for both everyday users and professionals. In the global market of desktop and laptop computers, Mac OS is the second most widely used operating system next to the Microsoft Windows. It is more widely used than all Linux-based systems combined, including Chrome OS and Steam OS. As of 2025, the most recent version of Mac OS is Mac OS 26 Tahoe, which is the 22nd major release of the operating system. This version continues Apple's focus on performance improvements, security updates, and seamless integration with other Apple devices such as the iPhone and iPad.
Moving on to the features of Mac OS, first we have modern and user-friendly interface. So if familiar tayo sa mga Macs or sa mga MacBooks, kilala na natin yung default home screen ng Mac OS. We have the dock na nagko-contain ng mga pin apps natin. We have also the dashboard. We have also the control center to control yung volume or certain aspects or features of the Mac OS. So, yung dock, dashboard, and control center are just parts of the user interface na very popular and widely used with the users. Next one is the built-in apps. So, like Windows, like other OS, ang Mac OS also has a built-in app such as Safari. Kung sa Windows, usually ang ginagamit natin ay Edge or Chrome. Sa Mac OS, ang ginagamit natin is Safari. Ganun din naman sa iPhone and other Apple devices. We have also the Apple App Store for downloading apps and games, Mail for email, Photos for managing photos and videos. So, bawat OS natin, mapa Windows, mapa Linux, mapa Mac OS, may kanya-kanya silang design, approach doon sa mga apps nila na nakikater din sa kanilang mga users. So, next one is integration with Apple ecosystem. So, seamless integration with other Apple devices. So, kung ikaw ay gumagamit ng iPad, iPhone, or meron pa iba pang mga laptops like MacBooks or Macs, napaka-easy na mag-transfer ng files. For example, using AirDrop, make calls and text, and many more. Although, sa ibang OS, meron na siyang existing feature, pero iba yung pagiging seamless ng integration ng macOS sa mga Apple devices. Kaya napakadali lang or very advantage sa isang user kung pare-pares na Apple devices. Meron kang MacBook, meron kang iPhone, and so on and so forth. Next one is we have the privacy and security. So, compared sa ibang mga OSs, macOS is more mahigpit when it comes to security. More robust security from malware and viruses. For example, kapag mag-i-install ka ng package, they call it package compared sa executable sa Windows, kailangan meron pang permission from the administrator at minsan naghihingi pa ng password ng computer or laptop yung macOS when installing certain applications na wala doon sa Apple App Store. Next one is regular updates. So kung mas familiar kasi tayo sa Windows. So sa Windows, meron tayong mga regular updates din like Windows 10, Windows 11, mga security updates, mga driver updates. Sa macOS, provided directly by Apple. So, meron kang mga feature and security updates. Feature para madagdagan yung mga usable features ng yung Mac. And security updates to protect you from certain threats like malware and viruses. So, macOS version Tahoe is the latest release of macOS, which we will be discussed later. And the next one is accessibility features. So if you have a special disability or if you have special needs, Apple macOS has certain features na makakatulong sa iyo. For example, voiceover para do sa mga visually disabled users so that maintindihan ng users yung certain, for example, you are accessing Safari, yung web browser ng macOS. So using voiceover, maintindihan ng mga users kung ano yung kung para saan yung certain actions or buttons sa Safari. And next one is dictation para naman sa mga individuals who have trouble using keyboard or typing. So, macOS Tahoe 26 is the latest version or the major release of macOS which was released in September 15, 2025. So, ito yung pinaka-latest, ito yung ginagamit ngayon na version sa mga latest na Macs and MacBooks. So with Tahoe, several new features were added to macOS which we highlight. Let's highlight yung AI-related capabilities since we are in a fast-growing era of usage of artificial intelligence. In-integrate na rin ng Apple yung mga certain AI features na makakatulong sa different users. So, ano nga ba yung mga features ng macOS Tahoe 26. So, first is yung liquid glass UI design. So, sa mga naka-iPhone, familiar na tayo doon sa liquid glass UI design na for example, yung mga tabs natin, yung mga certain aspects of the UI ay gumagamit ng parang may background siya na liquid glass na it can be very aesthetic and appealing sa mga users. Ito yung isa sa mga unique and style talaga, yung prominent style ng macOS na nag-distinguish sa kanya sa ibang OS. Next one is continuity. So, seamless work across Apple devices. So, this is related din kanina sa kung saan pwede tayo i-access yung mga devices natin like iPhone or iPad from macOS. So, if, for example, you are doing file, magagawa ka ng Word document sa macOS, you can continue it to the other Apple devices or other devices na nasa Apple ecosystem. Next one is Spotlight. So, yung Spotlight allows users to perform hundreds of actions easily using the search bar. Kung mapapansin natin, meron tayong tinatawag na Spotlight search. And sa Spotlight search, madali lang gawa ng certain actions like open file, edit photos, or call someone using that search bar only. And then we have also what we call Apple Intelligence. So, yung Apple Intelligence integrates AI features to macOS. So, in-apply to ng Apple sa iba't ibang mga built-in apps ng macOS. For example, sa Safari, sa Messages, iMessages, if you're familiar with that, sa mga certain applications, Apple App Store, na kung saan tinutulungan nito through AI power na mapabilis yung certain actions na gustong gawin ni user.
Okay, so let's proceed to the pros and cons of macOS. So, dito muna tayo sa pros, no? So, number one pros ng macOS is si boot camp support. So, may feature yung Mac na tinatawag na boot camp, meaning to say, pinapahintulutan yung Mac users na mag-install and gumamit ng Windows sa kanilang device. So, it is useful, lalo na kung may Windows only software kang kailangan, pero gusto mo pa rin gamitin ang Mac. Second is the fewer attacks, no? So, dito, mas konti yung virus and malware attacks kumpara sa ibang operating systems. So, dahil dito, mas secured and mas safe gamitin, lalo na sa personal files at school or work documents. Third one is the bloatware free. No? Ibig sabihin lang dito, sa macOS kasi is walang maraming unnecessary pre-installed apps or tinatawag na bloatware, no? So, dahil dito, mas mabilis tumakbo yung system and also mas matipid sa storage space kumpara sa iba. Next is macOS can read NTFS or FAT. Ang NTFS is tinatawag nating New Technology File System or it is a file system na ginagamit mostly ng Windows. So, ito yung kung paano inaayos, sinisave, and also pinoprotect yung file sa isang storage device tulad ng hard drive or the USB. Next is the FAT, no? FAT meaning it is a file allocation table. So, isang older pero very common file system. So, dito ginagamit is si USB flash drives, si memory card, and external storage dahil compatible siya sa maraming operating systems tulad ng Windows, Mac OS, and also the Linux. No? So, dito nga, sa number 4, no, Mac OS can read NTFS or the FAT. So, kayang basahin ng Mac ang common file systems tulad ng dalawang yan. So, ibig sabihin, madaling magbukas ng files mula sa USB, external drives, and flash drives kahit galing sa Windows. Okay? Then, the last pros for Mac OS is the designed with specialized and incomparable multitasking features. So, dito, no, madali kang makakapag-switch between apps or gumamit ng split screen or mag-manage ng multiple windows nang hindi ka naglalag. Okay? So, ayan yung 5 pros for the Mac OS. Next naman is the cons. Okay? The cons of Mac OS. Okay, now let's proceed to the cons of Mac OS. Una is the less variety and options. So, dito, mas konti yung choices sa Mac kumpara sa Windows PCs. So, hindi ka masyadong makakapili ng iba't ibang model, specs, or the price range. No? Second is non-upgradable. Karamihan sa Mac parts tulad ng RAM at storage ay hindi po na-upgrade. So, kung ano yung binili mo, yun yung gagamitin mo until the end. Third is worse for playing games. So, Mac OS, hindi talaga siya for gaming. Kasi maraming popular games ang hindi available or hindi optimized para sa Mac. Fourth is fewer accessories. So, mas konti yung accessories and compatible hardware para sa Mac kumpara sa Windows PCs. So, minsan, mas mahal pa nga yung Mac-specific, mas mahal pa ang Mac-specific accessories kaysa sa Windows PCs. And the fifth cons, no, is the small community. So, mas konti yung Mac users kumpara sa Windows user. Dahil dito, mas mahirap minsan maghanap ng tutorials, troubleshooting guide, or software support kaysa sa Windows, okay? Then, next is can't run Windows natively. So, yung Mac ay hindi kaya mag-run ng Windows ng direkta. So, kailangan pa gumamit ng bootcamp or virtual machines na medyo technical para sa ibang users. Okay? And then, the last cons for the Mac OS is what we call lack of ports. Sa lack of ports, no, karamihan sa Macs ay limited lang yung ports, no? Tulad ng USB-A at HDMI. So, kaya madalas kailangan ng adapters or dongles which can be inconvenient kumpara sa Windows PC. So, that's all for the pros and cons of Mac OS. Thank you.
So, hello everyone. I am Rainier Lava and I will discuss kung paano mag-format ng Mac OS sa MacBook. So, before tayo mag-impisa, kailangan mo munang i-shutdown yung MacBook. So, pag na-shutdown mo na to, pindutin mo yung power button ulit, then immediately hold the keys command na para bulaklak, tsaka yung R key sa keyboard ng MacBook. So, pag na-hold mo na tong dalawang to, hintayin mo lumabas yung Apple logo or yung macOS recovery screen. Tulad na itong nasa screen ngayon. So, ganito dapat magiging itsura ng iyong screen pag pinit mo yung parang bulaklak saka yung R key. So, pag nandito ka na sa recovery mode, pwede mo na dito umpisahan yung pag-format ng macOS. So, paano nga ba mag-format ng macOS? Ang una mong gagawin is punta ka dito sa This Utility. Tapos, pagkapunta mo sa This Utility, pindutin mo yung VBox na pinakaunahan. So, ito. Or depende sa'yo kung anong disk ang meron sa'yo na may gusto mong i-format. So, ito. Tulad dito. VBox CD-ROM Media. So, pag tapos mo siyang pindutin, pwede mo nang pindutin itong erase sa upper right ng menu. So, wala ka na kahit anong pipindutin. Pipindutin mo lang yung disk, tsaka pindutin mo yung erase na button. And automatically na siya mag-erase and mag-format. So, pagka-format mo ng disk, pwede ka na bumalik dito sa apat na option na to. Then, pindutin mo na itong Mac OS, tapos kung anong OS yung meron ka. So, depende yan sa device mo kung anong merong OS ang gusto mong i-download. So, usually, ang OS dito is yung Sequoia na latest version. Pero ngayon, gagamitin natin itong Big Sur. So, pindutin mo na itong Big Sur, macOS Big Sur. Then, lalabas na dyan yung this utility na logo. And, pindutin mo lang yung disk na binura mo kanina. Then, pwede mo na siya ulit installan ng OS. So, habang nag-install siya ng OS, medyo matagal siya, kaya pwede ka muna maghintay. So, after that, mag-download, mag-proceed ka na sa pag-setup ng MacBook mo ulit. So, after installation, select your language and region, connect to Wi-Fi, sign in with Apple ID if prompted, create a user account, then finish setup and reach the macOS desktop. So, ganun lang sa pag-format ng macOS. So, ang first step mo is pasok ka ng recovery mode, i-erase mo yung data sa disk. Then after that, i-install mo ulit siya ng iyong macOS. So, pwede mo rin i-recover yung data mo if ever na meron kang backup. So, ayun guys, thank you for listening. Sana may natutunan kayo kung paano ko dinemo ang pag-format ng macOS. So, madali lang naman siya. Susundan nyo yung flow ng pag-format. And, ginawa na rin siyang madali ng Apple. Since, ang gagawin mo lang naman ay i-erase mo yung data ng disk kung saan nandun yung OS. And, i-reinstall mo lang siya ulit ng another OS. So, if after mo ma-download yung OS, pwede ka punta ng settings and i-check mo if may other updates pa doon na pwede i-download. So, ngayon, magpo-proceed na tayo sa deep in na represent ng group nila Padua and others. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone. I am Kinito Christian C. Penamante of Group 5, and today we will be discussing about formatting an operating system called Deepin Linux. First, let us talk about the history of Deepin. In 2004, where it all began. Deepin began as being called Highwind Linux in China, based on Debian. It was created to provide an easy-to-use Linux system for everyday users. Now proceeds to 2011, where they rebranded as Deepin. The company Deepin focused on shifted strongly towards user experience, design, and of course, simplicity. Proceeding to 2013 and 2015, where Deepin Desktop Environment, or DDE in short. During this period, Deepin developed its own desktop environment system, known for its modern animation and Mac OS or Windows-like layout. Entering the 2016 to 2019, where they reached global recognition, Deepin gained international attention for its polished appearance, added tools like Deepin Software Center, Deepin File Manager, and the Control Center. And in 2020, where the enterprise and community split, Deepin introduced a version for Chinese enterprises, while the Deepin Community Edition continued as the global community-driven project. And in 2022, as of present, Deepin continues to evolve with improved performance, wayline support, and enhanced user experience, as it remains as one of the most visually appealing Linux distribution available today.
So now, ipapakita ko naman ng ilan sa mga pinakamahalagang features ng Deepin Linux. Deepin is known for being very user-friendly kahit para sa mga bago sa Linux. First feature nito is sleek interface. Ang interface ng Deepin is not only modern pero intuitive din. Ang ibig sabihin nito, kahit first-time user ka, madali kang makaka-navigate. Second is the control center. Isa pa sa features ay ang control center, unlike sa ibang operating system na kailangan mo pang pumunta sa iba't ibang menu para ma-access ang settings. Dito, centralize lahat. Kung gusto mo baguhin ang display settings, manage ang hardware, or shutdown ng system, isang place lang, which is mas mabilis and convenient. Third feature is its fingerprint support. Kung ang device ay may fingerprint sensor, pwede nang gamitin ito para sa login. Next is its widgets and dock. Ang dock ay parang shortcut bar sa ibaba ng screen. So, pwede na dito maglagay ng frequently used applications para mas mabilis ang access. Fifth is we also have global search, where we can find files and applications in an easy manner. And last is the trackpad gestures. Kung gamit mo ang laptop na may multi-finger touchpad, parang Mac OS ang experience dito. Pwede kang mag 3-finger swipe para mag-switch apps, or mag 4-finger swipe para mag-show ng desktop. So overall, makikita naman na Deepin Linux it's not only functional pero enjoyable din. From aesthetics, customization, to productivity tools, lahat integrated sa isang system. We also have the latest feature for Deepin, which is the Deepin 25 na na-release last May 2025. So first feature of this latest version is the Deepin Desktop Environment 7, where there are modern icons, rounded windows, and smooth animations, improved control settings layout for easier settings navigation. It also have a launcher with alphabetical app listing and powerful real-time search, customizable 3 and 4-finger touchpad gestures. Next feature of this Deepin 25 is the integrated AI assistant, where there are voice commands and natural language support for system tasks, option to use offline or cloud AI models, AI agent store to install specialized AI assistants, and third is the solid immutable system for security and stability, where core system requires Core system files are mounted as read-only for stronger protection, automatic snapshots taken before updates, easy rollback if an update fails, improving reliability. Next feature is the Universal App Format or LINAPS, new universal package format that works on many Linux distros, which is the Debian, Ubuntu, Fedora, and Arch. It also supports multiple architectures such as AMD 64 or ARM64. Fifth feature is the enhanced virtualization with DistroBox. It can also install and run other Linux distributions with one click. And last feature is the performance improvements, which is faster boot times and reduced resource usage, and smooth animations and previous support of the three-land window manager.
Now I'll discuss the advantages and disadvantages of Deepin OS. 1. Deepin OS looks modern and clean, similar to Windows or Mac OS. Many people like it because it's easy on the eyes. 2. It is easy to use and you don't need to be tech savvy. You can click, open apps, and change settings easily, just like on Windows. 3. If someone is new to Linux, Deepin is less confusing compared to other Linux systems. It also has own app store. You can download apps easily without typing commands and runs smoother than Windows on some PC. And the cons is, if your computer is very old or weak, Deepin might lag because its design uses more power. Some people worry because Deepin is made in China. There's no proven spying, but privacy policy users feels unsure. You can change everything the way you can in some other Linux systems. A few programs may not be the newest version compared to other Linux distributions. If something goes wrong, it may be harder to find help online compared to Ubuntu or Linux Mint because of the smaller community.
So, good day everyone. So, now, we will proceed to on how to format the Deepin OS. So first, we will download the virtual box or the emulator for um, the operating system. So, ida-download natin tinatawag na Oracle VirtualBox. So, we will download the latest version in Windows host, the VirtualBox 7.2.4. So I already download it, and if you click that, it will download quickly. So for next, we will download the ISO or for the disk on the operating system of Deepin. So if we search in the Google the Deepin ISO, makikita nyo agad yung latest version, which is in 25.0.1. So pag dinownload natin or clinic natin tong download, so mada-download naman din agad siya, and pag clinic natin tong ISO, so diretso download din siya. So I already download it na rin. So now, after natin ma-download yung dalawa, pwede na natin i-set up ang VirtualBox. So we will now setting up the Oracle VirtualBox. So accept the terms of license agreement. Yes, and next, then install. So we will wait the installation process to be successful in order for us to input the ISO or the disk for the Deepin operating system. So after that, the Oracle VirtualBox 7.2.4 has been successfully installed. So we can now start the Oracle VirtualBox. So after natin ma-open ang Oracle VirtualBox, so ganito ang lalabas dito. So i-click natin yung new on the upper left. Then it will ask for the virtual machine name. So lalagay lang tayo ng name kahit ano. So lalagay natin MyDeepin OS or operating system. And the OS, we will click the Linux since Deepin is part of the Linux, and OS distribution, we will click the Debian. So after that, we will click the finish. So meron na tayo ditong platform na pwede nating ma-run after natin ma-input yung disk. So we will proceed now sa settings from basic to expert. So in base memory, i-adjust lang natin siya sa green line since ito yung measurement natin on what is the maximum capacity na pwede nating ma-adjust sa base memory. So habang nag-scroll tayo, so we will click the 3D acceleration, then the video memory ima-maximum natin into 256 MB. So yung number of virtual monitor, leave it as is since okay na siya sa 1. So next, sa controller IDE, as you can see, the disk is empty. So dito natin ipapasok yung dinownload nating ISO from Deepin Desktop Community na have a latest version which is in 25.0.1. So after nyan, we can now click the OK. So napasok na natin yung controller IDE natin sa ISO, which is ito na. So now we can start the platform for Deepin operating system sa VirtualBox. So we will wait since the virtual machine is powering up pa. So after nyan, ayun na, nag-open na ang virtual machine natin. Then it will ask for boot menu. So we will try the Deepin 25 desktop. So we will click the enter. So we will wait until the Deepin shows up. So like that. So we will wait for the setup of Deepin sa ating VirtualBox. So, nandito na tayo ngayon sa setup. So, we will click the English, and I have read the agree to the end user license agreement and privacy policy. So, keyboard layout is English, and city is Beijing. That's the default since Philippines is not in the option of time zone. So, we will wait until the configuring of our computer to be successfully. So after na maging successful yung configuration ng ating computer, so magpaproceed na siya rito. Pag clinic natin, so we will wait for a few seconds, then tada, we have now the operating system of Deepin. So just like the Mac OS, Windows, Linux, and other operating system. So
ayun, meron na tayong operating system na Deepin. So, that's formatting of Deepin, and thank you.